Question 1. What does this sign indicate is ahead? A. Children crossing. B. A. Pedestrian crossing. C. Road works ahead. D. Cyclists ahead. Answers is B. A. Pedestrian crossing. This sign warns drivers that a pedestrian crossing is ahead. Drivers should be prepared to stop for pedestrians if they are waiting to cross. Question 2. When must you give way to pedestrians at an intersection? A. Only if there's a crossing. B. Always if turning into a road. C. When traffic lights are green. D. Only if they are elderly. Answers is B. Always if turning into a road. You must always give way to pedestrians on the road you are turning into, even if there is no marked pedestrian crossing, provided they are on the roadway. Question 3. What does this sign mean for heavy vehicles? A. Trucks must stop. B. No entry for goods vehicles. C. Goods vehicles only. D. Truck parking zone. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles. This prohibitory sign means that goods vehicles are not permitted to enter the road or area beyond the sign. This restriction helps manage traffic flow. Question 4. What does this sign instruct drivers to do? A. Turn right only. B. Proceed straight only. C. Turn left only. D. Go any direction. Answers is B. Proceed straight only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must proceed straight ahead and are not permitted to turn left or right at this intersection. Question 5. What is the primary purpose of a safety belt? A. To keep you comfortable. B. To restrain you in a crash. C. To prevent speeding. D. To improve vehicle aerodynamics. Answers is B. To restrain you in a crash. Safety belts are designed to keep you secure in your seat, preventing serious injury or ejection from the vehicle during a sudden stop or crash. They are a crucial safety device. Question 6. What does this warning sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Smooth road. B. Uneven road surface. C. Road is slippery. D. Speed bump. Answers is B. Uneven road surface. This sign warns drivers that the road surface ahead is uneven, advising caution and possibly a speed to maintain control and comfort. Question 7. What does this sign mean? A. Stop ahead. B. Give way to all traffic. C. Priority road. D. No entry. Answers is B. Give way to all traffic. This is a give way sign, meaning you must give way to all traffic that is crossing or approaching the intersection from the road you are entering, before proceeding. Question 8. When approaching a roundabout, which traffic must you give way to? A. Traffic from your left. B. Traffic already in the roundabout. C. Traffic from your right. D. No one, you have priority. Answers is B. Traffic already in the roundabout. In New Zealand, when approaching a roundabout, you must give way to all traffic already in the roundabout. This includes traffic from your right and straight ahead. Question 9. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Overtaking allowed. B. No overtaking. C. Pass with care. D. Slow vehicles only. Answers is B. No overtaking. This sign prohibits overtaking. Drivers must not pass other vehicles while this restriction is in effect, typically due to safety concerns like bends or limited visibility. Question 10. What does this sign mean? A. U-turn permitted. B. Roundabout ahead. C. One-way street. D. Yield to left. Answers is B. Roundabout ahead. This mandatory sign indicates that a roundabout circular intersection is ahead. Drivers must follow the rules of a roundabout, giving way to traffic already inside. Question 11. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Road narrows. B. Slippery road. C. Uneven road. D. Steep descent. Answers is B. Slippery road. This warning sign indicates that the road ahead may be slippery, especially in wet conditions or due to oil spills, requiring drivers to exercise extreme caution. Question 12. What does this sign mean for parking? A. Parking zone. B. No parking. C. Parking for 30 minutes. D. Parking on weekends. Answers is B. No parking. This prohibitory sign means that parking is not allowed in the area where the sign is displayed. You may stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers, but not to park. Question 13. What does this sign indicate? A. Two-way traffic. B. One-way road. C. No entry. D. Divided highway. Answers is B. One-way road. This information sign indicates that the road is a one-way street, meaning traffic flows in only one direction. Drivers must enter or exit accordingly. Question 14. What is the safest following distance in good conditions? A. 1 second. B. Rule. C. Half a car length. D. 3 car lengths. Answers is B. Rule. The rule is a common guideline for maintaining a safe following distance. You should be able to count 2 seconds after the car in front passes a fixed object before you reach it. Question 15. What does this sign advise about the road surface? A. New pavement. B. Loose gravel. C. Ahead. D. Smooth surface. Answers is B. Loose gravel. This warning sign indicates that there is loose gravel or stone materials on the road ahead. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid skidding or throwing stones at other vehicles. Question 16. What does this sign mean? A. Entry permitted. B. Do not enter. C. Give way. D. Parking only. Answers is B. Do not enter. This prohibitory sign, often found at the exit of one-way streets, means do not enter for vehicles approaching it from the wrong direction. Entry is prohibited. Question 17. What does this sign indicate regarding traffic flow? A. Left turn only. B. Straight or right turn. C. U-turn permitted. D. Right turn only. Answers is B. Straight or right turn. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles in this lane or at this intersection must either proceed straight or turn right. Follow the direction. Question 18. What does this sign inform you about the road? A. No motor vehicles. B. Motorway expressway. C. Residential area. D. Speed limit 100. Answers is B. Motorway expressway. This information sign marks the beginning of a motorway or expressway, where specific rules and higher speed limits typically apply. Certain vehicles may be restricted. Question 19. When parking downhill on a road with a curb, which way should you turn your wheels? A. The center of road. B. The curb. C. Straight ahead. D. Away from the curb. Answers is B, the curb. When parking downhill with a curb, turn your front wheels towards the curb so that if the brakes fail, the vehicle will roll into the curb and stop safely. Question 20. What does this warning sign indicate ahead? A. Steep descent. B. Steep ascent. C. Uneven road. D. Falling rocks. Answers is B. Steep ascent. This warning sign indicates a steep uphill gradient ascent ahead, which may require a lower gear for some vehicles to maintain power and prevent strain. Question 21. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. Minimum speed 50. B. A maximum speed 50. C. Advisory speed 50. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B. Maximum speed 50. This prohibitory sign indicates the maximum speed limit for the road ahead is 50 km per hour. You must not exceed this speed. Question 22. What action is required by this sign? A. Pass on the left. B. Pass obstacle on right. C. No passing. D. Road closed. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on right. This mandatory sign directs drivers to pass the obstacle such as a traffic island or median strip on the right side. Do not pass on the left. Question 23. What does this sign inform about the road? A. Highway ahead. B. Residential area. C. No entry zone. D. Parking allowed. Answers is B. Residential area. This information sign indicates the beginning of a residential area or living zone, where special rules for speed and pedestrian priority may apply. Drive with extra care. Question 24. In New Zealand, what side of the road do you drive on? A. Side. B. Side. C. On the road. D. Centre of the road. Answers is B. Side. In New Zealand, traffic drives on the side of the road, and vehicles are typically drive. Always remember to keep left. Question 25. What does this warning sign indicate ahead? A. Steep ascent. B. Steep descent. C. Uneven road. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Steep descent. This warning sign indicates a steep downhill gradient descent ahead, advising drivers to use a lower gear for engine braking to maintain control and prevent brake fade. Question 26. What is the meaning of this sign? A. Parking zone. B. No stopping. C. Loading zone. D. Bus stop. Answers is B. No stopping. This prohibitory sign means no stopping. You are not allowed to stop your vehicle in this area for any reason, even briefly, unless directed by a police officer. Question 27. What does this sign mean? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right only. C. Turn left only. D. Any direction. Answers is B. Turn right only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must turn right at the intersection or junction ahead. Straight or left turns are prohibited. Question 28. What does this sign inform drivers about? A. School zone. B. Pedestrian crossing. C. No pedestrians. D. Bus stop ahead. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing. This information sign indicates that a pedestrian crossing is ahead, alerting drivers to be ready to give way to pedestrians who are on or about to step onto the crossing. Question 29. What should you do if an emergency vehicle approaches with flashing lights and sirens? A. Speed up to get out of the way. B. Pull over and stop safely. C. Continue driving normally. D. Honk your horn. Answers is B. Pull over and stop safely. You must pull over to the left side of the road and stop, allowing the emergency vehicle to pass safely. Do not block intersections or pedestrian crossings. Question 30. What does this warning sign indicate ahead? A. B. Hump or speed bump. C. Steep ascent. D. Uneven road. Answers is B. Hump or speed bump. This warning sign indicates a hump or speed bump in the road ahead, requiring drivers to reduce speed to avoid damage to their vehicle or discomfort to occupants. Question 31. What does this sign prohibit? A. Right turn only. B. No right turn. C. U-turn permitted. D. Turn right with caution. Answers is B. No right turn. This prohibitory sign means that making a right turn is not allowed at this intersection or junction. Drivers must choose an alternative direction. Question 32. What does this sign instruct cyclists to do? A. No cycling. B. Use cycle track. C. Beware. D. Give way. Answers is B. Use cycle track. This mandatory sign indicates that cyclists must use the cycle track or lane, and often that other vehicles may be prohibited from it. Question 33. What does a continuous yellow line near the curb indicate? A. Parking zone. B. No parking or stopping. C. Bus lane ahead. D. Loading zone. Answers is B. No parking or stopping. A continuous yellow line painted along the curb or edge of the road means no stopping or parking at any time. This includes waiting for passengers and applies, even if no sign is present. Question 34. What should you do if your vehicle begins to skid? A. Brake hard. B. Steer into the skid gently. C. Accelerate quickly. D. Close your eyes. Answers is B. Steer into the skid gently. If your vehicle skids, steer gently into the direction of the skid. Avoid sudden braking or acceleration and ease off the accelerator to regain control safely. Question 35. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Falling trees. B. Falling rocks. C. Uneven road. D. Steep ascent. Answers is B. Falling rocks. This warning sign alerts drivers to areas where rocks or debris may fall onto the roadway from cliffs or embankments, requiring caution and vigilance. Question 36. What does this sign prohibit? A. Left turn only. B. No left turn. C. U-turn permitted. D. Turn left with caution. Answers is B. No left turn. This prohibitory sign means that making a left turn is not allowed at this intersection. Question 37. What does this sign mean? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn left only. C. Turn right only. D. Any direction. Answers is B. Turn left only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must turn left at the intersection or junction ahead. Other directions are prohibited for this lane or section of road. Question 38. When approaching a school crossing with children, what should you do? A. Speed up to pass. B. Slow down and be ready to stop. C. Honk to warn them. D. Proceed if no wardens. Answers is B, slow down and be ready to stop. Always slow down, be highly vigilant, and be prepared to stop for children crossing the road, even if no school wardens are present. Children can be unpredictable. Question 39. When is it legal to make a U-turn? A. Anywhere convenient. B. Only where permitted and safe. C. At all intersections. D. If no other cars are around. Answers is B. Only where permitted and safe. U-turns are only permitted where there are no signs prohibiting them. It is safe to do so, and you do not obstruct other traffic. Always check for a clear view in all directions. Question 40. What does this warning sign indicate ahead? A. Strong headwind. B. Side wind. C. Low-flying aircraft. D. Road narrows. Answers is B. Side wind. This warning sign indicates an area prone to strong side winds, which can affect vehicle stability, especially for vehicles. Grip the steering wheel firmly. Question 41. What does this sign prohibit? A. Left turn. B. No U-turn. C. Right turn. D. No entry. Answers is B. No U-turn. This prohibitory sign means that making a U-turn at this location is not allowed. Drivers must find an alternative way to change direction. Question 42. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Right turn only. B. Straight or left turn. C. U-turn permitted. D. Straight only. Answers is B. Straight or left turn. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles in this lane or at this intersection must either proceed straight or turn left. You cannot turn right. Question 43. What does this sign inform you about? A. Lane ends. B. In lanes. C. Speed limits by lane. D. No entry for some. Answers is B. In lanes. This information sign provides guidance on the permitted directions of movement for different lanes at an intersection or section of road, helping drivers choose the correct lane. Question 44. What is the correct action if you miss your exit on a motorway? A. Reverse on shoulder. B. Continue to next exit. C. Make a U-turn. D. Stop and wait. Answers is B. Continue to next exit. It is illegal and extremely dangerous to reverse or make a U-turn on a motorway. You must continue to the next available exit and your route. Question 45. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Main road ahead. B. Junction with minor road. C. D. Crossroads. Answers is B. Junction with minor road. This warning sign indicates that there is a junction ahead where a minor road joins the main road. Drivers should be prepared for merging traffic or vehicles exiting. Question 46. What does this sign mean for motorcyclists? A. Motorcycles only. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. Motorcycles yield. D. Motorcycle parking. Answers is B. No entry for motorcycles. This prohibitory sign means that motorcycles are not permitted to enter the road or area beyond the sign. This might be due to noise restrictions or specific road conditions. Question 47. What does this sign instruct drivers to do? A. Straight only. B. Turn right or left. C. U-turn permitted. D. Right turn only. Answers is B. Turn right or left. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles in this lane or at this intersection must either turn right or turn left. Proceeding straight is not an option. Question 48. What does this sign signify? A. No U-turn. B. Place for U-turn. C. Roundabout. D. Two-way traffic. Answers is B. Place for U-turn. This information sign indicates a specific location where U-turns are permitted, and often by a widened road section or specific lane markings. Question 49. What is the primary rule for giving way at an uncontrolled intersection in? A. Give way to traffic from left. B. Give way to all traffic from your right. C. Give way to larger vehicles. D. First vehicle to arrive goes first. Answers is B. Give way to all traffic from your right. At an uncontrolled intersection, no signs or lights, you must give way to all vehicles coming from your right that are turning or going straight. This is known as the give way to the right rule. Question 50. What does this warning sign alert you to? A. Give way ahead. B. Traffic lights ahead. C. Roadworks. D. Stop sign ahead. Answers is B. Traffic lights ahead. This warning sign alerts drivers that traffic lights are ahead, advising them to prepare to stop or proceed according to the signals. Be ready to adjust your speed. Question 51. What does this sign prohibit? A. Entry for buses. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. No pedestrians. D. Parking prohibited. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. This prohibitory sign, often called a no entry sign, means that no vehicles are permitted to enter the road or area beyond the sign. It typically blocks traffic from entering a one-way street from the wrong direction. Question 52. What does this sign instruct drivers about an obstacle? A. Pass on the right. B. Pass obstacle on left. C. No passing. D. Road closed. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on left. This mandatory sign directs drivers to pass the obstacle such as a traffic island or median strip on the left side. It guides traffic flow around obstructions. Question 53. What is the safest action when driving through fog? A. Use high beam lights. B. Use low beam lights and reduce speed. C. Follow closely behind other cars. D. Turn on hazard lights only. Answers is B. Use low beam lights and reduce speed. In fog, use your low beam headlights and fog lights if you have them to avoid glare, and significantly reduce your speed to allow for safe stopping distances. High beams will reflect off the fog. Question 54. What should you do if you encounter a flood on the road? A. Drive through quickly. B. Turn around if safe. C. Follow vehicle ahead closely. D. Drive on the shoulder. Answers is B. Turn around if safe. It's best to avoid driving through floodwaters as it's hard to judge depth, and water can damage your vehicle or cause loss of control. Turn around if safe and find an alternative route. Question 55. What does this warning sign indicate about the road edge? A. Wide shoulder. B. Dangerous hard shoulder. C. Parking permitted. D. Emergency lane. Answers is B. Dangerous hard shoulder. This sign warns that the hard shoulder verge is dangerous, possibly soft, broken, or has a steep drop-off, making it unsafe for use or emergency stopping. Question 56. What does this sign mean? A. Motorcycles only. B. No entry for motor vehicles. C. Parking for cars. D. Road for cars only. Answers is B, no entry for motor vehicles. This prohibitory sign means that all motor vehicles, including cars, motorcycles and trucks, are prohibited from entering the road or area beyond the sign. Question 57. What does this sign instruct drivers regarding an obstacle? A. No passing. B. Pass obstacle either side. C. Pass on right only. D. Pass on left only. Answers is B. Pass obstacle either side. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers may pass the obstacle on either the right or the left side, typically around traffic islands in wider road sections. Question 58. What does this sign indicate about vehicle types? A. Motorcycles only. B. Lane use one lane. C. Restricted access. D. Buses only. Answers is B. Lane use one lane. This information sign shows the use of a single lane, often indicating it is for specific vehicles or directions. Drivers should adhere to the lane's purpose. Question 59. What is the legal requirement for headlights when driving at night? A. Parking lights only. B. Must be on. C. Fog lights only. D. Only if raining. Answers is B. Must be on. Must be on at night or when visibility is poor, ensuring you can see and be seen by other road users. Driving without them is illegal and dangerous. Question 60. What does this warning sign indicate ahead? A. River crossing. B. Drawbridge ahead. C. Tunnel ahead. D. Ferry terminal. Answers is B. Drawbridge ahead. This warning sign alerts drivers that a drawbridge is ahead, which may open to allow boats to pass, requiring traffic to stop. Be prepared for delays. Question 61. What does this sign prohibit for vehicles with trailers? A. Trailers only. B. No entry for trailers. C. Trailer parking. D. Trailers give way. Answers is B. No entry for trailers. This prohibitory sign means that vehicles towing a trailer are not allowed to enter the road or area beyond the sign. This is often due to sharp turns or narrow roads. Question 62. What does this sign indicate for speed? A. Maximum speed 50. B. A minimum speed 50. C. Advisory speed 50. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B. Minimum speed 50. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must maintain a minimum speed of 50 km per hour, unless traffic conditions prevent it, to ensure smooth traffic flow. Question 63. What does this sign indicate about upcoming traffic? A. One-way traffic. B. Reversible lane road. C. Lane. D. Divided highway. Answers is B. Reversible lane road. This information sign indicates a road with a reversible lane, where the direction of traffic flow can change at different times of day to manage congestion. Question 64. When are you allowed to use your vehicle's horn? A. To greet friends. B. To warn of danger. C. To express frustration. D. When passing other cars. Answers is B. To warn of danger. Your horn should only be used to warn other road users of potential danger or to signal your presence when necessary for safety. Misuse can be a distraction and is illegal. Question 65. What does this warning sign indicate ahead? A. Railway. B. Railway. C. Tram crossing. D. Level crossing with barrier. Answers is B, railway. This warning sign indicates an unprotected railway crossing with a single track ahead. Drivers must stop, look, and listen for trains before crossing safely. Question 66. What does this sign mean for the horn? A. Use horn freely. B. No sounding of horn. C. Honk to pass. D. Warning sign ahead. Answers is B. No sounding of horn. This prohibitory sign means that the use of a vehicle's horn is forbidden in this area, usually in residential zones or near hospitals, to minimize noise disturbance. Question 67. What does a broken white line on the road mean? A. No passing. B. Overtaking is permitted. C. Lane ends soon. D. No changing lanes. Answers is B. Overtaking is permitted. A broken white line indicates that you may cross it to change lanes or overtake, provided it is safe to do so and does not create a hazard for other road users. Question 68. What does this sign mean? A. No U-turn. B. U-turn zone. C. Roundabout. D. No left turn. Answers is B. U-turn zone. This information sign indicates a zone where U-turns are permitted, usually providing ample space and clear visibility for the maneuver. Always check traffic. Question 69. What is the recommended action when driving past parked cars? A. Drive close to them. B. Allow extra space. C. Speed up to pass quickly. D. Honk your horn repeatedly. Answers is B. Allow extra space. Allow extra space when passing parked cars to avoid potential hazards like opening doors, pedestrians stepping out, or vehicles pulling out suddenly. Be prepared to stop. Question 70. What does this warning sign indicate ahead? A. Railway. B. Railway. C. Tram crossing. D. Level crossing with barrier. Answers is B. Railway. This warning sign indicates an unprotected railway crossing with multiple tracks ahead. Drivers must exercise extreme caution, stop, look, and listen for trains before crossing. Question 71. What is the meaning of a continuous white line? A. Overtake carefully. B. Do not cross or straddle. C. Parking prohibited. D. Lane change advisory. Answers is B. Do not cross or straddle. A continuous white line, solid and unbroken, means you must not cross it or straddle it. This typically applies to lane markings and edge lines where crossing is unsafe or illegal. Question 72. What does this sign mean for vehicles carrying dangerous goods? A. Dangerous goods route. B. No dangerous goods. C. Dangerous goods parking. D. Only. Answers is B. No dangerous goods. This prohibitory sign indicates that vehicles carrying dangerous goods are not permitted to use this road or enter this area, often for environmental or safety reasons. Question 73. What does this sign mean? A. Start of residential area. B. End of residential area. C. Motorway ends. D. No entry. Answers is B. End of residential area. This information sign indicates the end of a residential area or living zone, where normal road rules and speed limits for the general road network resume. Question 74. When are you allowed to overtake on the left in New Zealand? A. Always when safe. B. When passing turning right. C. On motorways only. D. When traffic is slow. Answers is B, when passing turning right. You can only overtake on the left if the vehicle in front is signaling a right turn, or if you are in a lane specifically for traffic. Otherwise, overtake on the right. Question 75. What does this warning sign indicate is ahead? A. Pedestrian crossing. B. Children's school zone. C. Cyclists crossing. D. Road workers. Answers is B. Children's school zone. This warning sign indicates an area where children may be present, such as near a school, playground, or residential area, requiring drivers to exercise extra caution and reduce speed. Question 76. What should you do if an animal suddenly appears on the road ahead? A. Swerve to avoid it. B. Brake safely if possible. C. Accelerate past it. D. Honk continuously. Answers is B. Brake safely if possible. If an animal appears, brake safely and firmly without swerving violently, especially at high speeds, as swerving can lead to loss of control, a crash, or hitting other objects. Question 77. What does this sign mean for parking on certain days? A. No parking even days. B. No parking odd days. C. Parking always. D. Parking for 30 minutes. Answers is B. No parking odd days. This prohibitory sign indicates that parking is not allowed on days of the month on the side of the road where the sign is. Always check the date and time. Question 78. What does this sign mean for the speed limit? A. Start speed 50. B. End of speed limit 50. C. Maximum speed 50. D. Minimum speed 50. Answers is B. End of speed limit 50. This prohibitory sign marks the end of a specific maximum speed limit of 50. Normal road speed limits, or the default urban speed limit, apply thereafter. Question 79. What is the primary reason for indicating when changing lanes? A. To be polite. B. To signal intent to others. C. To avoid a fine. D. To activate hazard lights. Answers is B. To signal intent to others. Indicating using your turn signals clearly communicates your intention to change lanes, turn, or exit, allowing other drivers to react safely and predict your movements. Question 80. What does this warning sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Pedestrians ahead. B. Cyclists crossing. C. Children playing. D. No cycles. Answers is B. Cyclists crossing. This warning sign alerts drivers to an area where cyclists may be entering or crossing the road. Be cautious and prepared to give way to cyclists. Question 81. What does this sign indicate about oncoming traffic? A. Opposite has priority. B. You have priority over oncoming. C. Two-way traffic. D. No entry. Answers is B. You have priority over oncoming. This priority sign means that you have priority over any oncoming traffic. Vehicles coming from the opposite direction must give way to you. Proceed with caution. Question 82. What does this sign mean for parking on certain days? A. No parking odd days. B. No parking even days. C. Parking always. D. Parking for 1 hour. Answers is B. No parking even days. This prohibitory sign indicates that parking is not allowed on days of the month on the side of the road where the sign is. Always check the date. Question 83. What does this sign indicate about the direction of a priority road? A. Main road straight. B. Direction of priority road. C. No entry. D. Give way ahead. Answers is B, direction of priority road. This additional information plate is typically used with a give way or stop sign to show the actual path of the priority road at a complex intersection, helping drivers understand. Question 84. When is it permissible to park on a yellow line? A. Anytime for short periods. B. Never except for bus stops. C. During weekends only. D. If you have a disability permit. Answers is B. Never except for bus stops. Yellow lines mean no parking or stopping at any time. The only exception is for public transport vehicles at bus stops or taxi stands. Misuse can result in fines or towing. Question 85. What does this warning sign indicate ahead? A. Wild animals. B. Cattle crossing. C. Horse riding. D. Zoo nearby. Answers is B. Cattle crossing. This warning sign alerts drivers to an area where farm animals, specifically cattle, may cross or be present on the road, requiring caution and speed. Question 86. What does this sign prohibit for goods vehicles? A. Overtaking allowed. B. No overtaking for goods. C. Slow vehicles only. D. Goods vehicle parking. Answers is B. No overtaking for goods. This prohibitory sign means that goods vehicles are not allowed to overtake other vehicles in the area where the sign is posted. This is often in areas with limited visibility. Question 87. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep ascent. B. Embankment or quayside. C. Tunnel ahead. D. River nearby. Answers is B. Embankment or quayside. This warning sign indicates that the road runs alongside a river, canal, or other body of water, meaning there's a risk of driving off the edge. Exercise extreme caution. Question 88. What does this sign mean for vehicles? A. All vehicles allowed. B. No entry for specific vehicles. C. Vehicle route. D. Vehicles required to stop. Answers is B. No entry for specific vehicles. This prohibitory sign typically indicates that specific types of vehicles, often shown within the sign E, G, those with a certain emission standard, are prohibited from entering or proceeding. Question 89. What does this sign mean? A. Distance to speed limit. B. Distance to object. C. Distance to next town. D. Road length. Answers is B. Distance to object. This additional information plate the distance to the object or situation by the main sign at E, G. A. Hazard 300 meters ahead. Question 90. What should you do if your vision is obscured by heavy rain? A. Turn on high beams. B. Slow down and use low beams. C. Accelerate to get through. D. Stop in the middle of the road. Answers is B. Slow down and use low beams. In heavy rain, reduce your speed significantly and use your low beam headlights and wipers on high. High beams reflect off the rain and can worsen visibility. Increase following distance. Question 91. What does this warning sign indicate ahead? A. Domestic animals. B. Wild animals crossing. C. Farm crossing. D. Zoo nearby. Answers is B. Wild animals crossing. This warning sign indicates an area where wild animals may cross or be present on the road, requiring drivers to be vigilant, especially at dawn and dusk. Question 92. What does this sign inform you about the road ahead? A. Bridge ahead. B. Tunnel ahead. C. Underpass. D. Embankment. Answers is B, tunnel ahead. This warning sign indicates that a tunnel is ahead. Drivers should turn on headlights, remove sunglasses, and be aware of visibility and increased noise levels inside. Question 93. What does this sign mean for vehicles carrying water-polluting substances? A. Water source ahead. B. No water polluting substances. C. Water collection point. D. Wash vehicles here. Answers is B. No water polluting substances. This prohibitory sign restricts vehicles carrying substances that can pollute water from entering this area, often near water sources or sensitive environmental zones. Question 94. What does this sign warn about the road? A. Road widening. B. Road narrows both sides. C. Divided highway. D. Lane closure. Answers is B. Road narrows both sides. This warning sign indicates that the road ahead narrows from both sides, requiring drivers to be cautious and prepared to merge or give way as lanes reduce in width. Question 95. What does this sign indicate? A. Parking ahead. B. Bus stop ahead. C. Taxi stand. D. School bus stop. Answers is B. Bus stop ahead. This information sign indicates that a bus stop is ahead. Drivers should be prepared for buses stopping and passengers boarding or alighting, and be ready to stop behind them. Question 96. How should you drive when you see a roadwork sign? A. Maintain speed. B. Slow down. Be prepared to stop. C. Change lanes quickly. D. Ignore if no workers visible. Answers is B. Slow down. Be prepared to stop. The roadwork sign or similar means you should reduce speed, be alert for hazards like uneven surfaces or workers, and be prepared for changed road conditions or temporary layouts. Question 97. What does this warning sign mean? A. Rough road. B. Roadworks ahead. C. Uneven surface. D. Danger ahead. Answers is B. Roadworks ahead. This warning sign indicates that roadworks are ahead, requiring drivers to exercise caution, reduce speed, and be aware of workers, equipment, and potential lane changes. Question 98. What does this sign warn about the road surface? A. Smooth road. B. Ahead. C. Slippery road. D. Hump ahead. Answers is B. Ahead. This warning sign indicates that there are potholes or other surface damage ahead, which could affect vehicle handling or cause damage. Reduce speed and be vigilant. Question 99. What does this sign warn about the road ahead? A. Curve to the left. B. Dangerous curve to the right. C. Road narrows. D. Speed limit 50. Answers is B. Dangerous curve to the right. This warning sign indicates a dangerous curve to the right is ahead, advising drivers to reduce speed and approach with caution to maintain control. Question 100. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a busy road? A. Stay in the car. B. Move to a safe place. Use hazards. C. Try to fix it quickly. D. Leave a note and walk away. Answers is B. Move to a safe place. Use hazards. Move your vehicle to the safest possible place. Shoulder, turn on hazard lights, and if safe, exit the vehicle and wait in a safe location away from traffic. Call for assistance.